Hello, my name is Tammy De Mirza. Welcome to my life today. I am in Jamaica with the amazing Jeton Selimi. And what I am learning, I am going to gift you with by sharing from my perspective, my words, my vernaculars that you're used to hearing me say. I'm going to tell you about what this experience is like for me, and I'm going to share with you what it is that I'm learning. So yesterday was my first day in Jamaica. It seems kind of harsh that I'm in this beautiful area with the beach, and yet I'm inside in a conference room, but I am most grateful for this experience. Let me tell you that for those of you that feel that I push you, and I move you, and I challenge you, and I cause you to get uncomfortable, and you get angry at me, and you don't feel very good about what it is that I am revealing, let me tell you that I'm getting my payback. And so, this is wonderful to see another guide, another teacher do this to me. And I will show you how I'm dealing with it. I'm welcoming it. At every single juncture when Tony says, this is tough, or I'm hitting something, I'll say, let's go, come on, let's do it, I'm ready. You know why? Because I want to be free. I want to be all that I can be. I want to be authentic. And the more that I learn, the more that I become clear, the more that I understand, the more that it is that I offer you. And then I can help you even further and challenge you even further and make you even more uncomfortable. So let's get uncomfortable and let me share with you what I have been learning so that you can see yourself in me. So one of the first things that I learned is that what I call fear energy and how we function, and I talk a lot with my clients and on YouTube's about fear energy and love energy, and that there's really nothing in between. There is a definitive line between the two. But I want to share with you what I've learned about the chakra systems and how that relates to where you reside and which chakra systems are predominantly being used. On the lower chakra systems, which is really below the waistline down, is basically what I call fear energy. So Tony is allowing me to speak in this conference room, so you're going to watch me turn my head so that I can share with you what it is that I've been learning. I knew that the survival chakra, I knew this years ago, is predominantly where you are just trying to survive, or we develop coping mechanisms, or we develop ways to deal with, or to try to hide, conceal, and not feel. I knew that the next chakra system up was about creativity, but I learned from Tony that that's where we work through the emotional part of how we feel. And in most cases, the way that we are emotionally feeling is limited. And then I learned that the next chakra system is all about us being in control or trying to manipulate or trying to get a certain thing done by coercing, by pressure, and those kind of things. What I didn't know is that I want to reside, and have been working on this for many years, from the waist up in the chakra system, which means there's 4 left. And in those chakra systems, if we can move above that baseline of fear energy and not functioning that way, not trying to pressure or push things or control things, or trying to be emotionally involved in how something feels, which means we're not able to discriminate, we're not able to really evaluate, we're not really able to look at what it is that we're doing or objectively look at anyone. It's where judgment resides. If we can move from survival and all of those chakra systems and move from this system up, then we get in alignment. And when we get in alignment, we are really dealing with the heart energy. And when we get into the heart energy, that's where the truth of who you are and who I am really comes out. And that's where authenticity comes in. Some of the things that I learned that I was being inauthentic in was, and I'm going to look at my notes, was that I knew that I was unclear about my purpose. I have basically been functioning, letting my business control me, letting my schedule control me, and not being in control because I wasn't clear as to what I even wanted. I wasn't thinking about me in the process. in my life, and I know this with healers, and I know this with spiritual teachers, we have such a feeling of wanting to be of service that we neglect ourselves. And then neglecting me, I'm ultimately not offering you what it is that I can give you if I become aware. So one of the things that I've learned is that me being unclear, not having purpose, not being purposeful, not profoundly looking at what affects me and what I resonate with and what I don't resonate with, then I was haphazardly going about living. I was contributing to your lives, I was being helpful, but not to the degree that I can if I am a whole person, if I am living from here and above, which connects me with the heart energy and spirit, which makes me whole and complete. All right, so I discovered that I was waiting. These are all things I learned yesterday. I discovered that I was waiting on someone to help me. I have been looking for someone to support me. I have been looking outside of myself. This is what humanity does all the time. This is what you catch yourself doing. You're looking at, what is this person showing me? What is this person showing me? If we can turn that and let those people face us, and then we push them out of the way and we go, I'm going to face that which I am creating. And we start looking at, what do I need to change? What do I need to look at? How can I look at myself from that love energy up instead of surviving or coping? This is when we get purposeful. So I learned that this not having clarity means that I'm living haphazardly. Okay. I discovered that I do not value myself. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what my value system is, other than being of service to you. I realized that in balancing life, in living from the heart energy up, that I have to take into account me as well as you. I have to look at your needs, but I also have to look at my needs. And if I am leaving one of us out, if I am predominantly looking at just me, I'm leaving you out. If I'm predominantly looking at just you, I'm leaving me out. I need all of it. I need you and I need me. Together, wholly functioning in the best possible way so that we can really do a lot of work with each other. So I'm learning that in order for me to become whole, I've got to start paying attention to me, which is such a valuable lesson for you to get, is you are valuable as I am valuable. I'm making a commitment today that I'm going to start valuing me and what it is, and I'm getting emotional, that I offer. And then my offerings to you will be so much greater because I am honoring me. And in honoring me, because I am you, I am honoring you. Sorry. I learned that I am offering quite a few things that are of more value than I have been putting on them. In doing that, and from what I understand from Spirit teaching me, that there has to be an equal and reciprocal energy exchange. To the degree of what I have been charging for my services is how I wasn't valuing what it is that I give. And I want to tell you something as a teacher, as a spiritual mentor, as someone who has lived the life, someone who has been through the fire, someone who has overcome it. It is valuable, and I'm going to start honoring that in every way in my life. I'm going to look at the value of you as I look at the value of me. There's going to be an equilibrium, a balancing act where everything is congruent instead of separated. I've always looked at what it is that I offer you instead of what it is that I'm offering me. So my rates are about to change, just to let you know. I learned that I'm supposed to be having fun in my work, which I do, but that there are some things that I do that I'm not as excited about. So I'm going to change the structure of the offerings based on my love energy that is balanced and purposeful and loving and kind. And therefore, I will offer all of this to you And let me tell you how this translates to you. How it translates is that if I am standing in the power and the knowingness and the earnestness and the authenticity of me, and I am offering something that resonates with me, then you are going to get that energetically. You're going to get it by my teachings. You're going to get it by my guidance, because I have now personified that energy. Take care of you. I can teach you better how to take care of you, how to empower your life, how to speak with your own voice, how to be who you authentically are, if I am standing in the power of that. So this is a promise that I'm making to myself and therefore to you. And then I understand, and this is something that is huge, that spiritual teachers, and we're very well-meaning in everything that we do. I don't feel that there's people that, are doing things spiritually or trying to teach or being a medium or an intuitive. I don't feel that we're intentionally doing things that are not helpful to you. But sometimes we get more aware. And in this time, I'm going to talk to you about something that I've taught a lot about. And that is that if I saw something that was perceived as negative, then I would try to personally overcome it and negate or push away or get rid of or satisfy or calm it down, which is really living in the lower chakra system, trying to survive, living on my emotions, trying to push down, move in the survival chakra system. If I just allow those things that are duality, the positive, the negative, the good, the bad, the right, the wrong, night and day, we don't get upset when it's nighttime. If we can look at our lives, if you can look at your life as these dualities, these dichotomies as I call them, and you embrace all of them, and you just move about life with ease, as I am learning to do, instead of I have to overcome it, I have to overcome it, I have to think positively. It's more of an ease of just it is. It is. And when I do that, I am in more of a state of surrender. And when I move into surrender to what is, and I just set boundaries, and I set up things that are really authentic for me, and I see behavior, and I do things based on what I see without overtly condemning or trying to overcome or feeling a pressure of I've got to get this, then there's more of an ease in my life. So these are just a few of the things that were my takeaways. There's a lot more, but for now, this is good enough. Thank you for joining me today.